Hello and welcome back. I have a new piece of equipment that I've actually been waiting to set up for 3 months now because it's been in Washington. Oh well, but I'm back. So this is the 240 volt Brewzilla. It's the 35-liter one, so it's about 9 gallons. So this is perfect for 5-gallon batches, and it's got like Wi-Fi and everything, and I'm going to show you how to set it up, and then I'm going to brew a beer with it. So the first thing that I did is install the valve or kind of tap thing, and I changed the orientation of the pump. So we'll go back in time here for a little second, and I'll show you how I did that. So here that is. Okay, before we do anything else, I'm going to install the little tap, and I'm going to change the configuration of the pump because there's like a little kink here that I don't love, and there's a different configuration that you can put so that the wort actually flows through the tap first and then goes to the pump, and this will help you out if you are expecting to clog your pump essentially. So let's get started with that. Okay, so unscrewing the hex nut first, and then this little guy comes out. So this is the interior, basically, and this is the exterior. And it goes right here. Oh, I missed a nut. Oh, nuts. Okay, so there's a little seal there. That's a silicone washer, and then all this stuff goes on the inside. All right, so it comes with one of the hoses off, so that's the one that goes on there. All right, so that's nice and not kinked. And then I am obsessed with these little hose clamps that I've never seen before. They're so cool and so easy to use. Okay, so tap is connected. Okay, so now I gotta take off the pump. My husband got this really cool thing that's supposed to magnetize nuts and stuff to it. Doesn't seem to be working because that's now on my floor. Still a tray, right? Okay, so now I feel like this is one of those brain puzzles. It's like, you have an IQ of 1,000 if you can figure this out. Because this is gonna take me a minute. Okay, so I've got to disconnect the sparge arm tube from the T-valve and the T-splitter, whatever that thing is, and then connect the drain to the T. So the drain is now going to the tap directly. And now this T goes to the pump. Guess I can screw this guy back in now. I'm gonna get this all hooked up before I screw this thing back in, just to make sure I'm right. Okay, that looks right. I think my hose could be a little shorter, but I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. No kinks, no kinks, no kinks. Throw that in. All right, so that should be the new configuration. And way less kinks than before. This, though, I think I'm gonna cut down, because that seems like it is going to beg to kink. Okay, that looks better to me. Okay, so now that that's done, we can set this up, and we've got to basically clean it with like sodium percarbonate, which is OxyClean free, or like PBW or something. Just make sure we get all the machining grease off of it, and then I will throw some Star Sand in it to just repassivate it very mildly and make sure that everything else is out of it before I throw my water in. And that means I have to go Ask the neighbors for a cup of sodium percarbonate. Thanks. Okay, so one of the crazy things we did for this is I don't have like a 240 volt plug like I do in LA that was like actually installed for a brew kettle. This is actually plugged into where my electric stove goes in. So my husband rigged me up a little junction box with a adapter, whatnot. I don't know. I'm not an electrician. He did consult with 3 electrical engineers. So we're safe, but just in case. And I gotta tell you guys, when we were at Home Depot, legit thought I was going to make it onto a list because we bought high voltage electricity items. We bought tubing and we bought fertilizer. But today we are making beer, not bombs. So let's get into it. I gotta set up the controller. This is a Rapt connected situation. So Wi-Fi enabled. I have not even begun to think about setting it up. So you're going to have to bear with me while I play around on my computer and sort this all out. You can also use this without the Wi-Fi and just use the controller kind of like any other PID system. But I love the idea that it's on Wi-Fi, so I'm obviously going to do it because, like, why not? Okay, so connect this device to the internet by using your phone to connect to the Wi-Fi network. Kegland Rapt with the password, etc. So I guess I do it on my phone. I have registered for my Rapt account. Okay, so we are going. Oh, there it's on my Wi-Fi. Very easy. Then I connect it to my Wi-Fi. I wish it would just autofill your Wi-Fi password because this is kind of BS. So there's like full on instructions. I just searched Brewzilla Gen 4 instructions. Okay, so I'm in the Rapt portal. So let's go to register device. All right, your MAC address and validation code should be displayed on this screen, it looks like. I don't have a validation code, but I did find. Oh, there it is. Okay, so if you have problems finding your MAC address and validation code on this, go to settings and then hit register device. You have to do it on both your phone and the panel, which was not very clear. It's attempting to contact the device. Connecting and connecting and connecting and connecting and finding the Brewzilla. Okay, so let's make a profile. Sarah's standard steps. Target temp, we're gonna start with 155 degrees. This is gonna be heating to strike temp. Safe. Okay, profile step number 2, mash. I guess this is what it is. It's like, I want it to just keep at that temperature. Step duration, 45 minutes is what I'm gonna put. When this step ends is what I wanna know about it. We can do sparge to boil. So we'll gradually ramp from the sparge temp to 212. I don't know how long a sparge is gonna take, but I'm gonna put half an hour. And then we're gonna do boil, 60 min. So target temperature is gonna be 212. Oh, I guess the other one should have been not a ramp. So we're gonna do this for 60 minutes. I think I need to actually change my sparge to gradually ramp over the length of the step. Sure. Okay, so that should be the whole profile for heating. And then definitely don't want to automate my pumps because that was how I will end up with wort over my entire house. Okay, so I'm going to clean the kettle and everything else with some PBW that I stole from my neighbors. We're gonna heat it to like 180 and then run it through all the stuff and then basically just drain it. And then I'm gonna throw some might just run water after it. but Star San will passivate it. Not that new equipment really needs to be passivated, but it's not the worst thing. But I'll run sanitizer over it once we're all done for the day. Guess I gotta throw some water in there. They say 20 liters, which is 4 gallons. Nope, 5 gallons. To clean all this, I kind of got to set it all up, so I'll just show you the way you do it. So first, this is the false bottom. So it's got a plate, and it's got holes. The holes go on top, obviously. The holes allow, like, the tube to be caught, but the plate allows it to kind of not go right over the drain hole, so it just kind of makes pumping better. So this just drops right into the bottom. It's a really tight fit. I Googled it and no one else seemed to have the problem, so I assumed it was just me and just tried harder. So that goes in the very bottom. Okay, so the next thing to put in is the mash tube. This is the false bottom for it. I'm gonna put it in before because I just tried to do it while I was in there and it got stuck. So it just sits in there. Like so. So this just goes in. So there's these like bars that these guys like let you rest it on. So that's for when you pull your grain. And there's another setting so that you can just like drain it easier and not like have to lift all the way up. That fits in there. And there's also a false top. And this basically allows you to sparge. So it evenly distributes the wort over the holes. You just set this on top of your malt when it's in there, but I'm just gonna clean it. So I'm just gonna put it in there. And the lid. I attached the handles already. They're very easy. You don't need to see that. So this is the recirculation arm. The pump pushes it through. So I love these cam lock systems. You just pull them down. It says to make sure that you got the silicone in there so it doesn't explode everywhere, which I do. One thing that kind of threw me off with the lid is there's a hole in the center. I was like, but where's the handle that goes in the hole? This hole is meant so that you can sparge using this. So this pops on here, not one-handed. So this tube will basically let the wort flow over the perforation and it fits through the hole in here, obviously, like so. Okay, so now we're ready to put water in it and clean it, and then we can brew. I'm just gonna take this whole situation off, and let's try not to pour water directly on any of the electronics. All my valves are closed because I'm paranoid and I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, so I'm gonna do this part manually because I don't have a profile set up for it. Okay, so I'm gonna hit the return button. All right, first I'm gonna change so it's not always a graph. Ooh, I like that better. Okay, so when it's highlighted like the yellow, it means that it's selected. So I'm gonna hit enter, nope. And then I'm gonna change just manually. And I'm gonna set it at 170. All right, heat 100%, pump 100%. I'm gonna throw these guys back on. Gonna throw what little PBW there is in there. Open that guy. I'm nervous. I'm about to start it. Okay, that is off. This is on. Okay, and I'm turning it on. All right, we have not blown up yet. This is good. Fire extinguisher is still on standby. And I'm gonna turn the pump on. Nope, I don't know how to do that. Turn the pump on. Nope, I don't know how to turn the pump on. Is this the pump button? The pump does not seem to have any water. Oh, it does. It's just very quiet. Jesus, that's the quietest friggin' pump ever. Just rinsing my sides and getting it all clean and whatnot. And we'll just let this run for a little bit, let it get up to 176, and I will drain it back into the same pot that it came out of and rinse it with more water, and then we'll be able to start. Okay, I'm just going to empty this, and then I'm going to throw some more water in there and continue cleaning, but I'm just going to like rinse it, and then I'm going to actually put my brew water in there. All right, this is just clean water. So I'm just going to run this through with a pump. For some reason, I thought I would be able to fit this entire brew day also in this video, and I was obviously wrong, so here are some bloopers. The first thing that I did was set up my pump and tap, which you can see is already... I didn't do my reveal. I don't care. I don't care. Doesn't need the box. Okay. I'm thinking. What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about?
Is this happening because I am using Firefox? Probably. Is that why nothing in my life works? Probably. This is goddamn tech support talk. Just a heads up, if you get anything Wi-Fi enabled that is brewing equipment, the setup will be an issue. It is always an issue for me. Y'all can see how slow my internet is up here. It's super fun. Try uploading videos. Cool. Let's do it a fucking fourth time. I really wish these had words and not just fucking emojis.